Hello everyone, wishing you a wonderful day. Today we'll discover how Quan silently prepares Tieu Lac's favorite meal, but will she ever realize who truly left it at her door? If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next episode. Quan steps into the lemon garden with a large basket on his back as the afternoon air begins to cool. The heat of the day is slowly fading, and a softer breeze moves through the rows of trees. Everywhere he looks, green branches stretch out around him, heavy with clusters of large lemons. Some are still hidden beneath the leaves, while others hang in plain sight, bright and full, ready to be picked. He reaches up and lifts one branch at a time, checking the fruit carefully before choosing which lemons to harvest. He does not pull at them carelessly. Each one is examined, twisted gently from the stem and lowered into the basket behind him. The fresh scent of lemon fills the air whenever a branch moves or a piece of fruit brushes against the leaves. It is simple work, but it demands patience, and Quan gives it his full attention. There is no one beside him in the garden. No one speaks to him, and nothing interrupts the steady rhythm of his hands. The only sounds come from the leaves rubbing together, the soft movement of his footsteps on the ground, and the occasional thud of another lemon settling into the basket. He moves from tree to tree without rushing, repeating the same motions again and again. But even while he works, his thoughts are not only on the harvest. Quan already knows what he wants to do when the work is finished. As soon as he is done, he plans to visit the place where Tieu Lac is staying. He may not be able to meet her face to face, and he may not know whether she will even be there, but that does not stop him from wanting to go. For now, simply seeing that she is safe is enough. That thought stays with him as he continues picking. The basket slowly begins to fill. At first, the lemons cover only the bottom. Then, little by little, they rise higher, forming a mound of yellow and green behind him. The weight increases with every step, pressing against his shoulders and making each movement harder than the last. Still, Quan keeps going. He bends down to reach a lower branch, straightens again, and moves toward another tree. The work looks ordinary from the outside. It is the kind of routine he has done many times before. Yet today, each small action seems connected to something more personal. Every lemon he picks brings him closer to finishing the job, and finishing the job means he can turn his attention back to Tieu Lac. The afternoon continues to pass quietly. Then the weather begins to shift. A few drops of rain strike the leaves above him. At first, they are light and scattered, almost easy to ignore. But the wind changes, and the sky grows darker. The sound of water against the garden becomes more frequent, warning him that the rain will soon become heavier. Quan pauses and looks at the basket. It is almost full. He knows he cannot stay much longer. If the rain grows stronger, the path will become more difficult, and carrying the heavy load out of the garden will take even more effort. So he begins gathering the final lemons within reach. He works a little faster now, but he remains careful. One last fruit goes into the basket, then another. When he has collected enough, Quan adjusts the straps and prepares to leave. The rain has forced the harvest to end earlier than he intended, but it has not changed his plan. He still has somewhere else to go. He still has something he wants to prepare. And most importantly, he still has someone on his mind. With the heavy basket behind him, Quan makes his way out of the garden. Later, after selling the lemons at the market, he stops at a nearby shop to buy more food. The harvest is gone now, exchanged for the money he needs to continue with the next part of his plan. He looks over the available items, choosing what he believes will be useful. The seller tells him the total is 168,000 dong. Quan pays without hesitation. He gathers the bags and carries them home, but buying food is only the beginning. The most important thing he wants to give Tieu Lac cannot simply be taken from a shelf. It is something he intends to make himself. Once he returns, Quan places the bags down and begins preparing pho rolls, one of Tieu Lac's favorite dishes. He takes out lettuce, carrots, cucumber, eggs, and pork sausage. Each ingredient is handled separately. He washes the vegetables, cleans them carefully, and lays everything out in front of him. The preparation takes time, but Quan does not try to shorten the process. He slices the carrots into long, thin strips. He does the same with the cucumber, making each piece narrow enough to fit neatly inside the rolls. The eggs and pork sausage are also cut into even pieces, then arranged on separate plates. The lettuce is cleaned and divided, ready to be used as the fresh base for each roll. Quan works in silence. His hands move slowly and deliberately, as though every cut matters. There is something deeply personal in the way he prepares the ingredients. He cannot yet stand in front of Tieu Lac and explain everything he feels. He cannot ask her to understand him, and he cannot be sure she would accept his care if she knew it came from him. So he lets his hands speak instead. The neatly sliced vegetables, the carefully arranged fillings, and the time he spends preparing each plate become his way of saying what he cannot put into words. He is not making an impressive meal for an audience. He is making something familiar for one person, hoping that the taste will bring her comfort. When all the ingredients are ready, Quan begins assembling the faux rolls. He places a wrapper down, adds a layer of lettuce, then arranges the carrot, cucumber, egg, and pork sausage inside. He folds the wrapper carefully and rolls it closed. The first one is placed on the plate. Then he starts again. One roll follows another. Sometimes the filling shifts, and he has to adjust it before closing the wrapper. Sometimes he pauses to make sure the roll will hold its shape. He never becomes impatient. He simply fixes it and continues. As the plate fills, the repeated motions create their own quiet rhythm. Lay down the wrapper, add the vegetables, place the filling, fold, roll, arrange. Each finished piece carries the same simple intention. Tieu Lac should have something she enjoys. She should eat well, and even if she does not know who made it, she should feel that someone remembered her. By the time the plate is nearly full, the kitchen smells of fresh vegetables, egg, pork sausage, garlic, and chili. Quan looks over the finished faux rolls and makes a few small adjustments, moving them closer together so they sit neatly on the plate. He has spent a long time preparing them, but he does not rush through the final steps. Next, he makes the dipping sauce. He adds garlic and chili, mixing everything until the sauce is ready. It is a small detail, but Quan does not leave it out. He knows Tieu Lac enjoys this dish, and he wants it to feel complete when she opens it. The meal should not look rushed or feel like something put together at the last minute. Every part of it carries the same quiet attention. When the food is ready, Quan begins packing everything. The faux rolls are wrapped in place carefully so they will not fall apart on the way. He adds the dipping sauce, then gathers the cakes, milk, and other items he bought after leaving the market. By the time he is finished, there is more than a single plate of food waiting to be delivered. There are enough supplies to show that this visit was not an afterthought. Still, Quan does not write a note. He does not place his name beside the food, and he leaves no explanation for Tieu Lac. Nothing will tell her who harvested the lemons, who sold them at the market, who bought the groceries, or who spent so much time making her favorite dish. Maybe that is exactly how Quan wants it for now. He has already decided to care for her quietly. That means accepting that she may never know what he has done. It means choosing her comfort over his need to be recognized. If Tieu Lac eats the meal and feels happy, perhaps that is enough for him. Quan lifts the bags and leaves. Outside, the weather still looks uncertain. The sky remains heavy, and the air carries the feeling of more rain. Quan starts walking toward the bamboo house where Tieu Lac is staying. The bags pull at his hands, but he keeps a steady pace. As he gets closer, one question remains in his mind. Is she at home? He does not know whether Tieu Lac will be there when he arrives. He cannot be sure she will open the door or that he will have a chance to see her. Even though he has spent the afternoon working toward this moment, the meeting itself has never been guaranteed. When Quan reaches the porch, he looks toward the door and immediately realizes that it is still locked. He pauses. There is no movement from inside. No voice answers him. Tieu Lac does not appear. Everything he prepared seems to stop at that closed door. He has come all this way carrying the food with him only to find that he cannot hand it to her directly. The distance between them is no longer a road or a field. It is only a locked door. But that door is enough. Quan does not force his way closer. He does not keep knocking or call out until someone responds. Instead, he looks at the sky and notices that the rain is approaching again. The wind changes, and the first drops begin to fall. He cannot leave the bags in the open. The food took too much time to prepare, and the other items could be ruined if the rain reaches them. So Quan moves everything beneath the covered part of the porch. He places the bags carefully near the door, where the roof can protect them. He checks their position before stepping away. The fall rolls are there, the cakes and milk are there. Everything he bought and prepared is now resting outside Tieu Lac's home. But there is still no note. To anyone who sees the bags, they could have come from someone else. Nothing reveals that his care has reached her door, but his name has not. Quan steps down from the porch. He could leave immediately. The food is protected, and Tieu Lac will probably find it when she returns. Yet he does not walk away completely. Instead, he moves farther from the house and waits. Partly hidden behind the trees, he keeps his eyes on the porch. From there, he can still see the locked door and the bags beneath the roof. He remains close enough to know whether Tieu Lac comes back, but far enough away that she may not notice him. Then the rain begins to fall heavily. Water pours through the trees and blurs the space between Quan and the bamboo house. The porch grows darker beneath the storm, but the bags remain dry. Quan stays where he is, watching through the rain. There is something painful in how close he has come. He is near enough to see where Tieu Lac lives, near enough to leave food at her door, and near enough to wait for her return. Yet he is still not close enough to stand beside her. For now, all he can do is watch from a distance and hope she finds what he brought. The meal carries everything he cannot say. The full rolls hold the memory of something she loves. The cakes, milk, and other food carry his concern for her daily life. Quan does not know how Tieu Lac will react. She may wonder who brought so much food. She may believe it came from someone else. She may never realize how much effort was hidden inside that single plate of faux rolls. But even if she misunderstands, the care itself remains real. He prepared the food because she likes it. He brought it because he wanted her to have something familiar, and he stayed because he still wanted to know she returned safely. Under the sound of the rain, Quan continues waiting behind the trees. The locked door has prevented him from meeting Tieu Lac, but it has not stopped his sincerity from reaching her. For today, the porch is the closest place his feelings can go without crossing the boundary between them. The bags remain beneath the roof. Quan remains in the distance, and between them lies a meal made with patience, carrying the quiet hope that one day Tieu Lac may understand how deeply she has been remembered.